Hello my beautiful people, welcome to your weekly general tarot scope for the week commencing the 24th of February. Now this is it, right? As we start the week, Mars is direct in the sign of Cancer, but within this same week, right at the very end of it on Sunday, Venus is now going to take over that retrograde period. This is a pretty big deal. Make sure you check out your monthly Astro Tarot so that you can find out how that's going to speak to your sign, your sun, moon, or ascendant. Also, you've probably seen, so these are the decks that I'll be using for you today, but you've probably seen my tarot course is up and out there. It's live. So if you want to start booking on, we literally start the day that Venus goes retrograde, which is interesting because, you know, I've taught this course many times. So it's a return to teaching for me, which I'm really, really excited about. You get 12 live classes with me. So one every single week. You get 2 live Q&As. You get live client demo, live client practice. This is stuff that's really going to help you cement your learning and actually be able to make to do proper good readings for people, but more importantly to make accurate decisions and predictions to actually assist people. As if that's not enough, you get bonus videos and you get, it's RAF, right? I love a PDF. You're going to get loads of PDFs as well. So if you're a visual learner, perfect for you. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. Or should I say our highest vibrational good, because this is for us, this is for the collective. All right, so let's have a look what's coming up. I did actually start recording this video and unfortunately I didn't hit the record button because, I'm really, really intelligent like that. So unfortunately that message is no longer, and I got halfway through. I was like, oh no, you're not even recording, you idiot. All right, so the first card out, this is for the macrocosmic energy, right? The overarching energy of the week. We've got the King of Cups, we've got the Seven of Wands, and we've got the Hanged Man, right? So the Hanged Man was actually part of the energy of last week. And it's really interesting because obviously we've got Mars is now direct in the sign of Cancer. We've got literally a 6-day breather. And then we're hit with another retrograde, the retrograde of Venus, right? So this King of Cups is speaking to how we utilize our intuition in a way that is practical, right? In a way that we can actually use it for results. We've got this with the Seven of Wands, which is really asking us to stand our ground on something. And we've got this with the Hanged Man. So I'm going to give you a concept here. Not every battle is loud, bloody, or dangerous in that way, right? So this is kind of like what I'm talking about here is, like in the old days, sometimes rather than maybe fight something, they would literally lay siege to a castle, right? It's a slow and steady way. Eventually they've got to come out, right? They're going to need to get food, then they're going to need to get provisions, they're going to need to get out to get some fresh air before they murder everybody inside the castle, whatever the case might be. The message behind this week is this overarching energy is to try and say to you, not all battles require you to shoot your mouth off. Not all battles require you to get loud and protest and kick off and all the rest of it. Sometimes it's about emotional control and knowing that the way forward is literally just to wait it out, right? To see what shows up. What this also speaks to, King of Cups, with the Hanged Man and the Seven of Wands, this is about some kind of yawn. This is about some kind of spiritual warfare, all right? And I say that not in the sense to scare anybody or whatever, but I say it because some battles really are fought there. Now, if you've seen the Avatar film, not the Avatar film, the Last Airbender. So for those of you that are nerds and geeks like me, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Aang, the Last Airbender, right? And so in that, there is a part where the grandmother says to the grandchildren, it's in the heart that all wars are fought and won. And when you can change somebody's heart, then you can change the flow of the war. I thought that was a really, really powerful message. And this week, this is kind of this is like the persistence or the power of persistence of a river. It takes its time, but it reaches its goal or its destination, right? This is the way. If you want to succeed this week, you're going to have to slow it down. You're going to have to take a moment, and you're going to have to fix your spirit on whatever it is that you're aiming for or looking to achieve. On the macrocosmic level, on the wider world stage, we've got the Ace of Swords. We've got the Hanged Man yet again, right? And then we've got the Judgment card. It's so funny to me. Well, not funny, but like it's just so telling and fitting with this. And a part of the reason I feel that this is the case is because Mars obviously is stationed now, like on the day of on the day that this is for the beginning of the week, on the 24th, Mars is stationed to go direct, and Venus is stationed to go retrograde, right? On the 2nd of March, she'll go retro. So the fact that we've got a double hit of the Hanged Man, to me, speaks volumes, because it means that this week is going to be slow and steady, and it will require patience. It's going to require patience, persistence, and stillness. And even this triplet, right? You've got the Hanged Man, that's a very spiritual energy. You've got the Judgment card, which can be a very spiritual energy. And you've got this with the Ace of Swords. There's a sense here that some kind of justice that has needed to happen for a very long time. Remember the Judgment card? This is a long predictive energy. This is usually the energy of like 20 plus years, right? It's not like short term. This is some kind of justice that has needed to take place for some time. I would not be surprised. It's just a feeling. It's not a guarantee, but I would not be surprised if the Menendez brothers are released around this time, or it's announced that they are going to be released. I wouldn't, and the day that I'm recording this video, by the way, is the 22nd of January. And I'll put that up there so that you can see it's upside down, but you'll have to you'll have to flip it, right? So this is the 22nd of January that I'm making this prediction. I have a feeling that the Menendez brothers are going to be cleared of their crimes or released, or whatever the case might be. And if it's not them, this will be some long-standing historical injustice that needs to be repealed, or, people have been calling for, to be overturned in some way. I would not be surprised if we see that this week at all. All right, so let's have a look. On Monday, we've got the Four of Wands. That's a reason to celebrate with the Devil card. Okay, look, Monday, have at it, right? Have fun. It looks like everybody's going to drink too much, maybe eat too much, maybe party too hard. And this is on a school night, guys. You guys are savages. What's going on here, right? It's a Monday, for crying out loud, people. However, if this is in response to something that happens on the wider world stage, that would make sense to me, right? This is also a moment at which we get to celebrate for the hard work and effort that we've put in. It's like one of those moments where I feel like all of the obsession, like this is where your calorie counting finally pays off and you're like, oh my gosh, I've lost a stone. This is where your, all of those late nights that you spent working on your dissertation, you get the message to say not only did you pass, but you got a first, right? You got a 2-1 or a 2-2. This is where you get, like you put a launch out into the public with your business and the response is overwhelming. It's like whatever you've had to do, whatever you've had to sacrifice in order to get to this point, it's all been worth it. You see the results from it. So I'm totally here for that. Now, for Tuesday, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Love that. with the Strength card, not only do we find ourselves in the right place at the right time, but this is also a time where I think a lot of people will be making moves or taking trips or journeys that they maybe once only ever dreamt about. I would not be surprised as well if this week sees a lot of what I would consider like solo travelers. It may even be that there's news or developments around solo travel. One of the things that I really hate is how, like, if you're a solo traveler, you get penalized for it. Like, okay, I'm sorry that my friends never want to go anywhere, abroad, or they never have money or time off at the same time as me, but I shouldn't have to pay double or an extra supplement just because you're greedy. Do you know what I mean? Like, quite frankly, on the wider world stage, this is a turning point. Tuesday represents a turning point for sure. When it comes to Wednesday, as we get to midweek, we've got the Queen of Wands. No, wrong one. And the Hierophant card. This is going to be what I would consider like a world benefactor of some sort. So this could be a development in the creative arts or creative industries. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe there are new laws or legislations that are passed around, the performing arts sector. We had that whole thing with the Writers Guild and the actors and stuff went on strike. I wouldn't be surprised if we see new things put in place in order to support them. There's something about the creative industry that is being sort of rectified here, and maybe it's been a long time coming. Another way that this could show up with your Hierophant card, this can represent religious structures or institutions or even governmental ones. This could even be on Wednesday, maybe we see a woman rise to power in some regard. Wouldn't be surprised about that one either. On Thursday, we got the Four of Wands, reasons to celebrate, Henny. And look at this, right, with the High Priestess. There's something going on with a woman here. Wednesday and Thursday, those days of the week, they seem to be highlighting some good news or win or celebration for a prominent feminine figure. I also like the fact that we've got the Four of Wands, because that celebration, it's an event that specifically centers on or focuses on women, but it's going to be one that's genuinely very well received. And then on Friday, we've got the Eight of Cups and the Magician card. Very interesting. So in one way, something that maybe gained a lot of traction or maybe was, really very popular or in the limelight. I won't say that this is debunked, but it's almost like the public loses interest in something or potentially someone, and they decide to pivot or to make a change of some sort. On a more personal level, this is really about, literally, right? Look at the card. This is a card of walking away, but look at this card. It's facing the Magician, so it's walking to this. Friday's going to be a day of personal empowerment. This is going to be a moment at which it's kind of like, when you watch those really cringe celebrity interviews where the interviewer is just being a complete twat. And you think to yourself like, wow, yes, they're famous and they open their lives up to the public, but you don't have to speak to them like that. Or do you know what I mean? Like cut them some slack because they're still a human being. That you see them and then they get up and they just walk out. They say, fuck this, I'm not doing this, right? This is a moment where I think a lot of people are either going to resign from jobs, they're going to walk out. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a vote of no confidence in certain political parties. You guys know me, I don't really get political very often because it's divisive by its very nature. It's designed to pit people against each other, and I'm not interested in anything like that. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see that. But this is a moment of self-empowerment where it's like, you know what, fuck that. That's held me back, it's been disrespectful, it's, whatever the case might be. Your message for the weekend, you've got Venus. It's the Empress. I keep doing that. Like whenever I see Venus, there's a song by, so if you would know the artist Zara Larsson, I absolutely love her. I've been listening to her for a long time, since like I think probably since about 2013, right? Like, just because she's got an incredible voice. And she's got a song called Venus. And in that song, so whenever I see the Empress, all I can hear in my head is Venus. I know it's ridiculous, but whatever. The Empress card is Venus. On the weekend, Venus is going to go retrograde, but she's going to reveal something to us about our futures. And so the weekend really is going to highlight to us all where we are, where we are going, how things are shaping up, and also how much change there actually is in the air at this moment in time. I'm totally here for this couplet as well. The other thing with this star card, remember, this can be a technological slant or leaning, and so I wouldn't be surprised if there's either some kind of new tech release at this time that has, you know, everybody yapping and like really excited about it. I also wouldn't be surprised if we start to see news about how regenerative agriculture or some kind of technological advancement in or around those areas is coming through. I would also not be surprised if there's news around how the hospitality industry is about to be revolutionized in some way, shape or form. And then finally, for your Human Design Oracle deck energy for the week, we have the Gate 52 and Stillness, right? So this whole time, the whole message has really been, right? We had the Hangman last week, we've got the Hangman this week, and that really is it. Yes, it's about reassessment and reevaluation, but it's really about sitting still long enough to understand exactly what's unfolding outside of you, but more importantly, what is taking place within you. All right, take some time this week to really be present in yourself as well. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. And by the way, I love that you guys do that. I love when you post links and you see, like, a lot of you will message me or DM me or email me and say, oh, you know, you talked about this and this is how it's shown up in the world. I love that because those validations show that the work is good, and more importantly, that tarot is able to do this stuff. All right. So with that said, take care, guys, and I'll speak to you soon.